Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and also welcome back to High Definition here on Beyond the Realms. It's been quite a while since I've been able to do videos in HD, but in case you missed the update video, I recently got an iPad mini, so now I am back to doing HD videos once again. But today I have a review for a movie out of South Korea entitled Flu, which, if you ask me, that's a really awesome slipcover. I just love the glossy look to it. The imagery is awesome. It jumps off the shelf at you. That's exactly what it did to me, and it says slickly disturbing. I actually picked this up at Walmart for $10. I just, I blind bought it. After I saw it on the shelf, I looked at a few things about it, and it sounded like something I'd want to watch, and I've kind of been in a disaster movie mood here lately, so I went ahead and picked it up. And, this movie starts right out. It says right at the beginning, this is not based on actual events. Really? Think so? Yeah. But, it starts off after that with showing... It starts off it's in Hong Kong, April 2014. It's actually this month, basically. And there's this shipping container full of sick people that are they're very sickly. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with them, but they're getting shipped out of the country and getting sent to Korea. And of course, that container gets there and everybody ends up, one person after another getting sick. The routine with these disaster movies. This film is very similar to the film from a couple years ago called Contagion here in the United States. It's very, very similar to that, which I just recently saw that film for the first time. When I was watching, I was like, man, this is basically like their answer to that film, where, it shows how the virus starts. It starts to spread. Then you've got, their version of the CDC and, the government officials and hospital people all trying to figure out where exactly this flu or this disease, this virus came from, how to contain it, how to, fix it before it becomes a more widespread epidemic than what it already is. That's basically, the whole way this whole movie plays out. But, right away with this movie, the dialogue is just horrendous at times, and the character interactions is just ridiculous. I don't know if it's, cultural barrier or what. God, I can't even talk. I don't know if that's the reason why or not, but it's just, man, some of their interactions is just ridiculous. Like, this woman is trapped in a car. She's about ready to die. And then she starts complaining to the guy that's trying to save her about ripping her damn dress. And, just ridiculous stuff like that. It's kind of like, I thought it was going to be really cheesy to start out with, with the way it started. But, it's not. It's really not. It gets better as far as that stuff goes. But then again, you've got one of your main plot details is you're following around this nurse who, when the outbreak first happens, the first patients are coming to her hospital. She just got off her shift. She's at home with her daughter making dinner. She gets a call. They want her to come back in. So what does she do? She doesn't try to get a babysitter or anything. She just leaves her daughter alone, which looks like she's about 5 years old, and heads off to the hospital. I'm sorry, that's not something I would even consider doing. And then as she's walking in the hospital, she's talking to somebody, being like, I hate to leave her alone, but I didn't have a choice. They needed me. I mean, come on, man. Really? And, she says, just make sure you're there in the morning by the time she gets up. It's just a ridiculous plot point. And it becomes a big plot device in the movie, like with what ends up playing out with the girl, of course, going outside the house on her own. Somebody else finding her and trying to take care of her, and it's just and it just goes on further from there. But it's just kind of silly. It's kind of completely irresponsible. But it just the way it's played in the movie is it's just a regular everyday action. like I said, it's, you know, maybe the cultural differences, I don't know, but I still can't even see it and justify it anyway then. But, you know, everybody starts getting sick. Everybody's coughing. You know, you see the cough, and then you're seeing the mist from their cough go around. Somebody else is breathing and breathes it right in. And the first thing you're going to notice is nobody in this damn movie whatsoever covers their mouth. Everybody's just, and everybody is just looking around like, oh, look, that person over there is coughing. Like it's no big deal. You know, nobody's like, oh, fuck, what the hell's going on? You know, and it kind of ridiculous, kind of silly how it gets, you know, spread around so easily and nobody even cares. You know, it's just crazy. But you know, there are some very striking images in this film. I thought there's one part where they show like this huge body pit, like basically it looks like a garbage dump for human bodies. There's just bodies wrapped in bags all over the place, and they're just burning them. And this stuff didn't look CGI'd at all. Like it looks like they really like prepared all these fake bodies wrapped in bags laying all over the place, and you know, burn it for the movie. Like it's really good. Like the scale of the movie actually feels pretty big at times. When they show big wide open shots of people running and stuff like that, like it didn't look like it was CGI'd. Like if it was, they fooled me. Maybe on a second look, I'd have a different opinion. I don't know, because there are some scenes with, you know, the highways shut down, people's just running down the highways, and you see it going for a long way. Like it looks very, very good, like, and it looks very realistic. But yeah, to me, the most disturbing part was just that whole human body pit burning, you know, and them coming in with a big crane lift, and they open it up, and then the camera's underneath looking up, and it's just bodies falling down. You know, there's a lot of scenes with people. It's not a gory film at all, but there's a lot of scenes with people puking up blood, people just stopping in the street, bending over and hurling up a bunch of blood, people with rashes and sores and, you know, skin shit going on. But it's not really, you know, a graphic film. You know, there's no, like, you know, flesh eating or any crazy shit like that. Some people would watch this film and probably say that it's a drama. You know, I can see a lot of people looking at this film as more of a drama than anything else. And it basically is, but I would still consider it a horror film just because it's horrific. It's a real-life horror film. Like, if this was to happen in real life, I would think that I'm living in a horror film. That's why I would still consider this a horror film. And they're obviously trying to sell it that way, too, you know, with this cover. I mean, anybody that looks at that's going to think horror film right away. But overall, great film. It's not anything, you know, that really is going to jump out at anybody, I don't think. All the acting was pretty good overall. I did watch the English dub version. I did not watch it with subtitles. I think it came that way. It does come where you can watch it with subtitles, but it came on that way, and I just left it. You know, I didn't feel like doing the subtitle thing tonight, which I don't mind subtitles. Just tonight, I didn't want to do it. But yeah, just, you know, it's a film that not, you know, a lot of people are gonna, I don't think you're gonna, you know, want to jump over hurdles to go see this film. But if you're into disaster films, you know, disease, plague type films, you know, because this deals like a variation of the avian flu and all this stuff. So if you're into stuff like that, you know, definitely check it out. Or if you're just, you know, curious, if you want to see like somebody else's take on, like, you know, a disaster type film, a different country, then check it out, because it shows a lot of different stuff from Korea, and, you know, just a completely different culture and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a pretty decent film. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Like I said, you can pick this up right now at Walmart for $10. I'm not sure if it's for rent anywhere, but there's one of the scenes there that's in the movie of some of the dead bodies. That's not the actual pit I was talking about, though. But it does have a making of on here, concept art and deleted scenes, which I didn't get to check any of that out yet. But the movie is like exactly 2 hours long. It plays at a good, steady pace. I was never bored throughout the whole time. Yeah, it's entertaining enough for me, I thought. So, yeah, that is Flu, guys. Check it out now. I am Jason. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Later.